In this video, I'm going to mention a few of the most common photography terminologies that you should know regardless of your level. I'm going to get right into it. If I go too fast, feel free to pause the video and take notes. Let's go. Aperture refers to the opening of the lens that determines how much light enters the sensor. Shutter refers to a two-part mechanism that open and close to control for how long light enters the sensor. ISO, which stands for International Organization for Standardization. In practicality, ISO deals with light sensitivity as it pertains to the sensor. Stopping up or stopping down. Aperture values are measured by f-values. A high f-stop of 22 would allow very little light through the lens, whereas a 1.2 value would allow a tremendous amount of light through the lens. However, when it comes to stopping down or stopping up, you can do so with aperture, but you can also do so with shutter speeds and ISO increments. The triangle of exposure. In short, it covers the use of aperture, shutter, and ISO. Once a person understands how these three elements affect one another, you will master exposure both technically and creatively. Dragging the shutter. This technique is used when the photographer slows down the shutter to introduce movement to an image. Example, when you see the photo of a river with silky smooth water, the shutter was dragged to create that effect. Sync speed is the fastest shutter speed you can use with flash. Usually it ranges from 1/200th of a second to 1/250th of a second. IBIS, which stands for In-Body Image Stabilization. It basically allows you to shoot handheld with a low shutter speed while producing sharp images, or to shoot video with less movement introduced when hand-holding the camera. Freeze action. A fast shutter is used to freeze action. Example, sports and action photographers use fast shutters to freeze the action of players, typically 1/500th of a second or higher. Noise are sand-like or grain-like artifacts found in images shot with high ISO values. Vignette, usually introduced by the lens or light fall-off, which make the corners of an image darker than the center. Chromatic aberration, usually presented in high contrast areas of images with either green or purple colors. High key, when the majority of the image is composed of light tones. Low key, the opposite, when the majority of the image is composed of dark tones. The holy trinity of lenses, usually comprised of a 14-24, 24-70, and 70-200, which cover a vast focal length for all kinds of jobs. These are a few of the many photography terminologies. If you would like me to explain in more details, please leave a comment below. Conversely, if you want to see a part 2 or even a part 3 of more photography terminology, leave your request in the comment section. As always, if you like this video, if you found it helpful, please consider liking, subscribing, and hitting the bell notification. And until next time, see ya.